Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh,
Everyone say hi, Iggy.
Hi, Iggy. Oh, boy.
Everyone say Rian, give me one stroke. Alright, no one said it. It's fine, guys.
Gatorade bottle, one of you? Okay. Check. We'll wait for the traffic jam and then we'll get going. Real quick, let's check handle heights and foot stretchers since we have not been in the shell in this lineup before. So let's start force it into game forward. Plates where to vary. Looks pretty reasonable coming to the catch. Yeah, you can probably go down one. I'm coming to the catch though. See how it looks. Alright, start before you get it easy. Yeah, but you can probably go down one. Let's have valve for us a minute. Blades all the way buried. Alright, come to the catch. Blade in the water, Luca. Alright, looks fine. Looks rowable.
That's great. I love when my boat is simply just rowable. Alright, well, we're just waiting for Lucas here and then we'll be good to go. Actually, still some traffic.
Yeah.
Jordan, we're going to start with that for work that was on the email. If I feel like we need to do anything else, I'll check it at you, but that's the template that we'll work out of.
Are we starting by fours or pairs? Fours. Alright, God bless. Alright. We're gonna do outside arm only for a minute before rotating a new pair in. We're gonna start with stern 4. Sitting ready at the catch.
Is it sequence or just outside arm?
Just outside arm only. Attention, row.
Focus on letting the weight of the blade help your outside hand come up. We're coming towards the catch. And I'm really thinking about drawing through in a straight line. Outside arm is really helpful for getting used to pulling it in a straight line.
In 2, stern per out, 3, 4 in. That's 1. And
Rock,
2.
raise your hand a little earlier. Your catch is a bit late.
Wait. You're still rowing. 6 seat. 6 seat. Alright. Guys, it should be 3, 4, 5, 6 rowing right now. Okay, we'll just pretend like that did not happen.
Luca, pull all the way through. That hand. Pull all the way through. I want the handle to almost tap your stomach. Yeah, better. Have some press on the legs here, Luca. Even for drill work, guys, we still want connections. There's no point in doing drill work with no connections, and we're just learning how to do something without actually applying any power.
I need a little bit harder from ports here. In 2, 5, 6 out, bow pair in. That's 1. This is 2. 5, 6 out, bow pair in. Alright. It's just eyes glued to the guy in front of you. In 2, 3, 4 out, stern pair in.
Remember,
That's
let that outside
1
arm go between your knees as your command.
and
Let yourself
2.
rotate a little bit.
3, 4 out, back, stern pair in.
Square pointing towards the stern. You want them to rotate out, point out towards your rear a little.
Early, call them early.
Bad pair, catching a little early here. Slower up the recovery.
Max, remember how I was talking about you swinging the body early and digging yesterday? Same thing here. You have to leave the shoulders forward a little longer, and I want you to almost feel like your handle's dropping in the middle of your drive. That was a bit better. Yep. Just make sure that when your shoulders swing, they don't swing up and bring the handle. Just think back on straight back. Yeah, better.
Alright, in 2 we're gonna weigh enough. That's 1 and 2. Weigh enough. Alright. It's a little bit better than Monday, I can't lie. Is the camera like good? In terms of angle? Alright, fire.
Alright, let's
Alright.
do reverse pick my force
Yep.
as well.
Alright, Rand, give me a stroke.
For this one, I want you to just go stern 4, middle 4, bow 4.
Alright. Alright, stern 4, sitting ready at the catch for some legs only. Attention, row.
Good leg, that's not to your
Best legs.
That's not to your shoulders.
Lucas, you're catching late. Better. In 2, adding body swing. That's 1 and 2. Body swing on this one. Adding arms in 2, that's 1 and 2, a little bit more starboard press here, and full strokes. Lighter on forwards, bigger on starboards. Away enough, hold water. Alright, stern pair back in. Yeah.
Make the drill slightly less efficient, and it's okay to make the safety play. Once you're out, you have your coil, pick back up.
Alright, stern pair way enough. Alright, 7 seats in backing, 2 seat like 2 strokes. Do this a little faster. Alright. 7 seats it easy, ran another stroke. Alright, we'll just pick it up with the middle pair here. Or middle 4, sorry. Middle 4 sitting ready at the catch for some legs only. Attention, row.
Don't swing your shoulders, arms not bent.
You guys think about keeping your shoulders forward if you feel a bit uncomfortable. None of you are flexible enough for legs open to feel comfortable.
In 2, adding the body, that's 1 and 2. Body in on this one. Reinforce you, just really making sure we're synced up with the guys in front of us.
Up into the catch with Harry. Trying to be direct to the water without rushing up to recovery.
Full strokes in 2, that's 1 and 2. Full strokes on this one.
Kill this blue go a little slower on the recovery, relax a bit. Don't hit the water with your blade before you see the guys in front of you hitting the water with their blade. Better? Yep.
Alright, we're gonna weigh enough in 2. That's 1 and 2. Weigh enough. Let's check it down. We'll do this one with stop. Alright. Bow 4, so you're ready at the catch for legs only. Bow 4, that's still looking Achilles, 3 and 4 seat. Yep. Blade's all the way buried. 3 seat, still bury the blade.
Should be in the water, Luca. Look out of your blade. In the water. Yep. Blade square.
Alright. Attention, row.
Good flex, good flex. Your elbows are not bent.
Make sure we're matching timing here. And adding body swing in 2. That's 1. This is 2. Body swing on this one. Make sure the boat's set here. A little down to port.
When you're done with bow 4's reverse pick, I want you to just have them row regularly on the feather for 10 strokes. Then you're going to swap your stern 4 for 10 strokes, and you'll add bow 4 back in. And then once they're all in, we'll go to the over.
Alright, going to full strokes in 2. That's 1 and 2. Full strokes on this one. A little bit heavier from starboard here. Adding the feather in 2, that's 1 and 2, rowing on the feather now.
Kill this little slow on the recovery, a little more patient.
Scurrying up earlier here.
Luca, pull your arms in even a little more. Yep.
Alright.
Ryan, I don't want you to lay back quite so far, and I want you to get more forward body angle. Really trying to sit up, get the shoulders in front of your hips a bit. Feel that hamstring stretch. Yeah, that'll give you leverage on the drive.
In 2, bow 4 out, stern 4 in. This is 1. That's 2. Bow 4 out, stern pair in. Harry, that's you.
Thank God you don't have to swap force in a race. Thank God. Just trying to hear those clicks together here at either end of the circle. I want you guys to hear that click of the feather at the finish. Popping out, feather together. Then coming into the catch, let's just come up and square up together.
We can square up a little.
We gotta commit to the blades going in at the exact same time. I see your eye can be a little bumpy sometimes. I think the weather's probably supposed to be pretty nice this weekend. We're just if there's a little bit of chop, we can't let the chop take our weight, our blades, make us like completely forfeit on trying to get the thing together.
Alright, into adding Balfour in. This is 1. And 2. All 8 on this one.
Sit up.
Behind the handle lights.
Sit up, fall at the front, do the
Better.
third pair, guys. Bow 6, slow down.
Slow down the recovery, bow 6.
Bow 6, relax more, especially bow 4. Go ahead and cross the slide like half as fast. A little better. Make sure we're swinging with the guy in front of us. Lay the shoulders back and about together, sit up nice and tall. We can swing together, we just gotta get the hands out together.
Watch your handle heights here.
Great.
What?
Great.
21 and a half. Starboard's making sure we're catching with Alex here.
I need you to have some leverage so you can actually press on the legs and get the suspension. A little better. Yep, and then swing a bit more confidently. Achilles, don't be quite so slumped into the catch. Sit up a little taller. Alright, let's weigh enough here.
Weigh it up.
And check it down.
Alright. Again, some strokes.
We're gonna try and pass the one a bit after this break.
Kirsten, after your next start, we're gonna go ahead and try and pass you.
Alright, weigh enough.
Hey Jackson, when we're doing starts, can you film?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to do like a few pauses and then just get into the tens. Because when we're around the bend, I'd like to do starboard. And that will spin between the pieces call. Let's go ahead and have your bow force start tapping it up.
Alright. Bow 4, start tapping it up.
Preferably together.
Yeah.
Alright, let's add in 5 and 6 on Jordan's call. Jordan, come to your left.
Add in 5 and 6 and 2. This is 1, heavy from
Way more
starboard.
to your starboards. I need you guys to power up.
This is 2, 5, 6, 6 in.
Alright, Jordan, on your call, that is stern pair.
Alright. In 2, adding stern pair. This is 1 and 2. Stern pair on this one. We're matching Yezi now. We should not be catching before him. A little bit heavier from force here.
Jordan, let's do a pause and then you're going to stroke here. Your call.
Alright. Adding a pause every other stroke in 2. That's 1. At the finish, that's 2. Row. Every other. Alright.
Listen, guys, listen.
Row. Every other stroke here, guys. We should. Alright. Row.
Jordan, you're right here.
Yeah, every other stroke. Row.
Way more here. More here, right?
Row. Row. A little bit heavier for force here. Row. 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 Paul's gonna arms and body over in 2.
Pull in further to your body.
Alright, arms and body over, pause.
Further to your body.
Row. 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 Especially my guys who are normally in the 4, we want to be trying to find set on this pause still. Row. We don't want to be down to one side, that means you have to adjust handle heights. Row. That was better. Row. Row. Luca, make sure we're still catching at the same time as everyone. That was better. Row. Row. Better handle heights there.
Alright, Jordan, on your call, let's get continuous. I want us to get 10 strokes at a 20, then 10 strokes at a 28.
Row. Continuous here at a 20. Say high 10 at 28.
10 strokes at a 20, 10 strokes at a 28. Then we're going to do another 10 strokes at a 20, then we'll do 10 at a 30.
Everybody's early.
Alright. Bow 6. Slow down this recovery. So we're maxing Alex.
I don't want to see you fall into the time.
Achilles and Ryan, you're catching very early. Slow down the recovery. Slow down those legs. In 2, we're going to take 5 strokes to build to a 28, and then do a high 10 at 28. This is 1. This is 2, 5 strokes to build. That's 1.
Yep, go with your stern pair here.
And 2.
Don't be antsy, just follow their timing.
3. And 4. That's 5. 10 out of 28 now. That's 1. 2. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Settle back to 20 and 2. This is 1. And 2. Settle back down to 20.
20 for 10 strokes, then 30 for 10, and then we'll let it run and spin.
Okay, just really make sure you're slowing down the recovery when we're slowing
When the
down.
rate comes up, guys, we gotta not be antsy on the recovery, but we gotta commit to driving together. So I want to think about trying to keep the recovery relaxed, really focusing on the timing with your stern pair, but then keep the drives aggressive. You gotta find the rate with power in the water.
High 10 out of 30 now? High 10 out of 30 now? Alright.
10 out of 30.
In 2, we're going to do the same thing. Building 5 to a 30, and then high 10 at...
I want you to think about just like drawing the one stretch. Like if you were like spotting out, you're not spotting out slow, like you're not like, you don't think.
Yeah, in 2 strokes. I'll take another.
Lengthen. Like go slower on the recovery or do more slide.
Like I'm not meeting you at the half stroke on.
Wait, do you want me to slow hands away from the finish on the first one, or go
It's
further
really
up?
important on these first 3 strokes where the slide length is a little different, that we are still getting our full 4 body angle.
Okay.
It's like really
I'll try to slow the
contrast,
recovery
like,
out of the
who's
first
moving
one.
fast to not get their shoulders forward. If you don't have your shoulders forward, you can't pry, you can't swing to vertical with the other guys. You're not going to be swinging a ton past that on the start in the high strokes. That's part of how we make the length and long, but you still have to be able to swing from forward to above your hips. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, you have to have your shoulders forward at the catch side. Once the legs are down, you can swing here. Yeah. All right. Do we want to do another with high strip, with high, or do we want to do with the length then?
Do another high one.
Okay.
And
Let's do another start 5, high 10.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna get a video off your stern so you guys can see the blades.
Alright, everyone stay ready at 3/4 catch.
Tell them I'm going to slow my hands out of the first
All right,
stroke.
Jordan, I'm
All
gonna
right.
have you call this one because you're gonna be calling them for the
Yep.
warm up on a race day.
Alex is going to be slowing his hands a little bit on the recovery of the first stroke. Everything else, we just still try to find his timing. Alright. Guys, no paint. Weight scored and buried. 3/4 catch. Attention, row. 3/4. Half. 3/4. Lengthen. Full. High 10. Bigger from ports here. Bigger from ports. That's 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last stroke. 10. At the finish. Alright.
So we're gonna have to pull a little harder on port side. You gotta get your face length on this bit.
Yeah. Were they missing water?
You're definitely also missing water.
Alright.
But we gotta, guys, stroke for 1 through 3. You are not gonna instantly make the boat go super fast. You gotta pry the water. We gotta build the boat speed. Strokes like 4 and 5 are where you'll actually like get to start zooming, have some acceleration. But strokes 1 through 3, we just gotta be trying to put the bend into your shaft.
Alright, man, 2 strokes.
Alright, we're gonna check in the length here. We're gonna do a full start sequence. We're gonna do start 5, high 20, length and 10. So 35 total strokes.
Alright.
When we hit that length, and again, as you guys are hitting the 18th stroke of the high 20, Jordan's gonna be calling into lengthen. That's 1, that's 2. After you hear that's 2, we slow down in the recovery. We slow down, we're patient, we're really keyed in on stern pairs blades. When the blades are in though, we still absolutely hammer the drive. I want you guys to try and make the lengthen as much ratio as possible. That's gonna set you up for the rest of the race. All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and
We got 2 more strokes.
start 5, high 20, lengthen 10.
Alright. Race pace, so 36:30.
Yep.
Alright. Just a reminder, I will be saying shift, not lengthen. Alright. Let's sit at 3/4 catch here.
I'll yell at you guys on this one, I'll film the next one.
Alright. Guys, blades buried. We should be able to find set very easily here. Alright, I guess I'm calling it. Attention, row. 3/4. Half. 3/4. Lengthen. Full. High 20 here, that's 1. And 2. We're at a 38 right now. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13 and 39. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18, shift into, that's 1. And 2. Shift here. 1. 2. 3. 4 and 30. 5. 6. 7. 8. Let it run in 2. That's 1. And 2. Let it run.
Track it down.
Back it down. We're still rating at like a 39 on those high strokes.
Where are we at for the high strokes?
39.
39, then what we lengthen to?
It took us a little bit, but we got down to 30.
Okay. I think we should let ourselves relax a bit on the high strokes. Like, you know, we should go like, even if you're not 36, I'd rather have you be like 37, 38 than 39, 40.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna make a decent difference. In terms of like, you guys are just gonna get more connection. And then on that lengthen again, we gotta commit to it in 1 stroke, guys. 1 stroke. I'd much rather have you guys, especially towards the bow, like come up a little slow and realize that you've come up too slow and you have to catch at 3/4, and have you guys come up too fast and have to wait at full slide. Does that make sense?
So was there like a little bit of rush during like the middle 10 of the
Alright.
high strokes?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
We're
Guys,
gonna go ahead and do the skeleton. So we're gonna do the full start sequence. Start 5, high 20, lengthen 10, the way we just did. And then we are gonna lengthen again down to the 20. And that's gonna be like a firm 20. That's not just like paddling. It's like a firm 20, good pressure. And then when we hit the next bridge, Jordan, we're gonna build to your base rate. So 30 for 10, and then we'll go up to 31 for 10. And then you go back down to 20, and then when we hit Main Street, the last bridge before the dock, we'll build up to the 31 for 10, and then we'll bump to the 32 for 10. Make sense? Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and sit ready here.
alright.
So I'll try to find 36 and
yeah.
39 this time. That's my bad.
Maybe I just. Wait, I'm gonna sit easy for a second. I'm gonna sit easy. Sit easy. Lucas, easy. Brianna, take a stroke. Alright, now when we go to 3/4 catch, we're gonna find blades buried at the same time. We're not gonna go really down to starboard. Alright, everyone meet me at 3/4 catch. Everyone's blade should be buried. Slightly better. Alright. We're gonna actually try to commit to 36, 37 here on those high strokes. But still bow forward, make sure we're not rushing on this. It's gonna feel fast, but it's not that fast. Alright, attention. Row, 3/4, half, 3/4, lengthen, full. At 39, that's 1. That's 2. This is 38. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bigger from force here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is 18. Settle in 2. That's 1 and 2. Settle to 30. It's 1 and 2. 3, 4 out of 29. 5, 6, 7, 8. Settle all the way to 20 in 2. That's 1 and 2. Like this recovery. Still good press. Rianne, find your timing. Luca keeping the earlier square ups.
Much better patience on the start there. Much better on the high strokes. The lengthen on this 20. Let's really focus on keeping that composure. Big press on the legs, guys. I want you to feel suspension on the arms staying straight and the shoulders staying forward as long as possible.
Alright. We're at a 23 in 2. We're going to shift all the way down to a 20. This is 1 and 2. Another shift down to 20. Slow down that recovery. There we go. At a 20 now. At a 21 now. Oh, hell no.
The boat is down on one side, and you're on the other side, and your blade is scraping the water. You have to drop your hands. In the same vein, if the boat is down on your side, and everybody else on your side is scraping the water, and your blade isn't, you have to raise your hands. Yep, just having a little bit of individual accountability here. We gotta work with everybody else on our side.
Just watch your handle high up this recovery.
Alright, as we come through this bridge, we're gonna be taking 3 to build, or actually Jordan gives them 5 to build, gives them 5 to build, and then we're gonna be 10 for 30, or 10 at the 30, and then 10 at the 31.
Yep. Staying connected with Alex the whole time. Into build 5 to a 30. This is 1 and 2. Build 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, relax on the recovery with the blades are in, though. Just
5.
jam on it.
High 10 here. That's 1. We're at a 28 right now. That's 2. That's 3. Matching Alex here. 4, 5, 6. 3 seat earlier square ups. 7, 8 into up to a 32. That's 1 and 2. Up to a 32 here. That's 1 and 2. 3, 32 here. 4,
Keep your rack hands up.
5,
Third pair. Find the water together.
6, 7, 8. Settle to 20 in
Walk
2.
over your hands,
That's
drop
1
to the front.
and 2. Settle here.
Back down to that 20 length.
Now 4. Following Alex on every part of this stroke.
Still are firm on the drive. It's still a firm press, but we had so much fun with the recovery, guys. Don't be antsy. Set the bodies together. Hands level.
At a 21 now. Handle height here.
Max, give it a little more tap down.
Yeah, give me earlier square up here. Same with you, Luca. So 2 and 3 seat. Still rear square ups here, 2 and 3 seat. That's better, both of you.
Luke, even at this low rate, I want you to try and find some more resistance on the handle. I want you to try and bend the oar shaft a little more.
Alright, we're coming up to the last bridge here soon. About 20 more strokes.
Harry, think about rotating into the catch. Don't launch to the shoulders too much. Think about pivoting. Letting your entire torso rotate a little. Yeah, better.
They're all a little early, so you call
Alright.
them.
Bow 4, we're a little early on these catches. Slowing down the legs here, right at 23.
At this bridge, you're going to build that 31 for 10, then go 32 for 10.
Still a little early here. Alright. We're at a 23 right now. In 2, building to a 31 in 5. That's 1. And 2. Build 5 to a 31. This is 1. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. 10 out of 31. That's 1. And 2. We found 31. Keep it here. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. In 2. Up 1 beat. That's 1. And 2. Up to 32 here. That's 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. 7. 8 in 2. Settle back down to 20. That's 1. And 2. Bow 4. Slowing these legs down. Slowing these legs down. We're a full second before our stroke pair. Slow them down. Still a little early here. At a 21 right now.
Should have a little taller in the finish, guys. I don't want to see you slump. I don't want to see like your belly button down towards the back of your spine.
Achilles, make sure your blade gets all the way in the water before you drive.
Ran, tap down.
Slow it down.
So it's just still be stroking here.
Alright, Jordan, let's let it run here.
Alright, let it run. Alright, yeah, Ryan and Luca, you guys lost the early square ups a little bit during those high strokes. And Achilles, you're missing some water on these strokes. Definitely a lot of rush when we settle down. Keep in mind we're not going to be settling down all the way to 20, but we still are going to be settling 6 or 7 beats, and it's going to be a lot. And if we're still rushing Alex up the catch, we're going to lose a lot of speed. It's going to take us a lot longer to find set, and those like next 200 meters are going to be a lot harder.
Let's get on land. You guys can chat more when you're on land, but I want to get the boat in sling so I can get derigged.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's tap it up all 8. Let's meet at the finish here. And row. Let's keep it to 20.
Guys, so the timing is always the number one. Timing is always the number one goal. Nothing else matters for all time.
Yeah, and we're a little early here. Luca, you need to get your blade all the way square. You're at like a 30-degree angle on some of these strokes. Better. Should be able to feel that connection with the water.
Make sure you're not dropping your shoulders into the couch, squared up.
In 2, we're gonna let it run. This is 1 and 2. 1 and 3, check it down. Alright. 5-7 backing, 1-3 stroking, or not 1-3. 2-4 stroking, 5-7 backing. Yeah, blaze backing. Harry, add in with strokes. Because you still kind of want to be following Harry here. Harry, you could drop out. Yeah, everyone else can go. Alright, sit easy. Stern forward, tap us up. A little bit heavier from forwards here. 5-6 drop out. Just Alex and Blaze. A lot heavier from Blaze. Max, yeah, Max, add in 2 strokes here. Alright, disarm some body here. Wait, alright, lean away. That's not good. That's my bad, guys.
Dude, I'm covered in goose shit now.
Sorry, Simon. Hands on when you can. Alright, my bad with the docking all.
Dude, you see that the athleticism on that guy?
That's some bad fucking docking. Alright, let's go 1 foot out. Are you good, Lucas? Alright, and out. Ports oars, starboards oar locks.